Hello, beautiful souls. It's me, Rachel D. Greenwell. I'm the author of How to Wear a Crown and your life and spiritual coach. So, I'm going to do a collective reading for my How to Wear a Crown collective today. If you saw the last, you would have seen that there was a part in there where I was like, there was a song that hit me really hard the other day, and now I can't think of it. But when I thought of it, I was like, that is the basis of a reading. That's going to be the beginnings of a reading. The fact that this song is in my head right now, and the light looks like the heavens are coming in behind me from the window because it's so bright. I don't like this. Okay, I'm going to change my hair situation. You can also come in and get comfortable. Come on in, get something to drink, not to drink. We're going to get something to drink. That doesn't have to be all, but just, get like a good beverage. I'm gonna have some coffee. It's cold because I'm one of those people, like, tell me if you're like me. I will make my cup of coffee and it'll be the most delicious coffee in the whole world. And then I will forget about it because my mind is like, and it goes really, really fast. And I'll get super distracted, like doing something else. I'm like, oh yeah, I had coffee. And then it's cold. I'm pretty sure that's how iced coffee was invented, though. Like, let's just embrace it. Let's just embrace the cold coffee. Throw some ice in that bitch. Boom. New thing, right? It was ADHD baddies that made iced coffee possible. This is my theory. We don't know this for facts, but it's a theory. It's a damn good one too, I think. I think it's a good theory. Do you think it's a good theory? I mean, a theory is pretty hard, if you ask me. Um, hmm. Okay. Um, okay. So let's pray in first though. I got the song and I kind of want to jump right in, but we gotta pray. Okay. And let's see if I can do anything with my back. My book's supposed to be in the background. Boom. There we go. This is better. We're pretty cash today. We're just chilling. You and I. Welcome into my space. Um, you can introduce yourself below. I'd love to say hi to you personally. Um, I'm so grateful for everybody that shows up here and hangs out with me on YouTube. This is my favorite spot because this is where I started. All of my stuff was YouTube in 2016. I don't have a ton of subscribers right now, but I used to have more, and then I just like stopped using YouTube for a long time and like got on different platforms and got kind of immersed in like my work and writing book and like different things and just stopped paying attention to it. And I switched kind of like the vibe of like rebranded. I don't know, I'm going on a tangent now. But anyway, things happened. I got away from YouTube for a bit and then I came back around and now here I am. So got to get that subscriber list back up. So if you like puppy dogs, subscribe. Whatever reason, doesn't really matter. Actually, it does matter. I hope that you like the content, that you enjoy being here with me as much as I enjoy being here with you, and that if you get value out of this content, for real, if you get value out of my content, then please subscribe. I would love to have you in my space and keep you here and have it pop up and say notifications, be like, hey, Rachel's on. And you're like, hey, cool, let's go hang out with Rachel. So I'd like it to be like that, but uh I'll take a superficial subscribe here and there, like a just to help her out. Clickety clack. That works for me too. Okay, let's pray in. God, angels, universe, all that there is. Thank you for putting this spark on my heart right now in this moment because I have felt, if I'm being real, I have felt completely unmotivated all day long. And then suddenly, this boost of inspiration and motivation came upon me when I remembered the song that was the inspiration and the um, kind of foundation for the energy that I knew was supposed to be channeled into the messages for a reading. Um, and I just want to be so thankful and so grateful, just express gratitude for divine timing that I couldn't remember the name of the song for the last reading, that what took place in the last reading was exactly what was supposed to take place in the last reading, and that this one will be exactly what's supposed to take place in this reading. That 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 you guide me like that, God. I'm grateful for that, that I get guided like that down to such specifications. Things come when they're supposed to, because it was now that this was supposed to come out. And I feel that with everything in me. I feel that with the rush of energy that came into my being when I thought about the song. And I was right in the middle of a task. And it just came upon me that I had to stop what I was doing and I had to come do this instead. And it's those kind of things, that drive and that push and that extreme desire to get on here and share stuff with this collective that I know is real, that energizing boost and of passion where nothing else can happen in this moment. That's how I know it's so supposed to be. And I'm grateful for that confirmation. And I'm grateful for everybody that comes into this space today. I'm grateful for to have a platform where I can touch people all over the world. I'm grateful to have a platform where I can attract like moths to a flame from the comfort of my home and my bedroom. Uh, People who are meant to hear the messages that come through today, that I can have people come and engage in the works that I've created. And I'm mostly grateful just to be a divine vessel for beautiful, helpful, healing messages in the world. And so with that, I surrender. And God, I just ask that you get me all the way out of the way. Please take me all the way out of the way. Remove Rachel and fill me with the Holy Spirit. Just fill me with nothing but God, so that the people that watch this reading will know 100% that this was without a shadow of a doubt for them. Messages so clear, words of wisdom so specified, so healing, so transformational, so awakening, that people will leave changed, and that they will leave knowing and being able to say that that had to have been God. I don't want anybody to leave saying Rachel is cool or Rachel's content's cool. I want every single person that comes onto this reading to be able to leave saying God is amazing. That's my heart's deepest desire. That's what touches the deepest parts of my heart, what makes me emotional and makes me get up and continue to do this work every single day to serve my communities on and offline, is that I know that this is so much bigger than me. It's what it's always been about. It's what it will always be about. I'm grateful for that purpose. I'm grateful for a mission that keeps me going when times are hard and when there's not any other reward on any other level, right? That when there's not a tangible reward, when there's not um, anything that I can feel or taste or touch, when it's only God, when I can also say, right, that was God, and that the experience of being with the divine and working, allowing the divine to work through me to help people freely is in and of itself enough of a reward. That's what makes this possible. That's what's helped me keep going. That's because that I can always have that. It's limitless. It's limitless. And I thank you for that. And so God, just today I just ask that you allow that I surrender. My mouth is your mouth. My hands are your hands. Work through me, speak through me, work through me, speak through me, work through me, speak through me. Help me to deliver the most helpful, healing, beautiful messages for everybody that shows up here today. Amen. Okay. So I've got two things I want to talk about right off the bat. Oh, okay. I said all because my phone, I've got it set to just like repeatedly show me pictures of my son, and it's like of 20 billion, of course, like every other mom, there are 20 billion pictures of my son. And like every hour it just like does a different one. And so every time I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so the song is Bishop Briggs River. And I'm gonna play a clip because I think I'm allowed to, as long as it's just quick. The river, the river, the river. Okay, so that song, right? Y'all know that song? So if not, look it up. Okay, it's Bishop Briggs River. And she's like, shut your mouth and run me like a river. Um, so I'm just hearing this song, all right, and I'm getting these messages about flow, and then we're gonna see how else that song plays into what we do here today. I also want to, so I'm just setting that on the back burner here, and we're going to see how that fits in because I honestly don't know. All I know is it was on my heart and that it was supposed to be the foundational part of a reading. Little sage, cleanse the space. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to shout out because last night in my dream, I dreamt, I dreamt of Angela Faith. And this is her book, The Circle Remembers. And we were in like a hospital together and we found each other in a hospital and we hugged and we were both like really grateful to see each other. And it was a really healing dream. Like when I did I won't go into like all the depths of it because it's long and I do these really detailed dream interpretations on my dreams every morning. And I won't bore you to death with that, but I it was a very healing dream. It's a very powerful dream. And I don't know if you know, but like right now we're moving, from like the year of the snake into the year of the dragon. And there was, what did we align with last night? On Andreas or some I would love to be an astrologer. I'm just not, let's see. What? Very last. Am I the only one that feels really dumb when they Google or AI things, like the way that you ask the questions? Uh, it was, why is it's not telling me here. How else do I ask that to figure out? It was like it starts with an A. Anyway, so there was some kind of thing last night, and then we've got a really cool moon coming up, like a ring of fire moon coming up that we're approaching, and there's just a lot of cool stuff going on energetically behind the scenes up in the aboves. And I was doing this meditation that was specifically about like moving from well, like the year of the snake and into the year of the dragon. Or is it the dragon or is it the lion? Let me look at the video I was watching. I might be saying it wrong. I know I watched it just last night. Shut your mouth and run me like a river, like a fire horse. I mean, guys, my brain isn't braining. That's not a dragon. It's not a dragon. It's a fire. Wait, left. Okay. Control Alt Delete. All that bullshit I just said about a dragon. The snake thing was real though. Okay, I had that part right. It was it was the year of the snake. And now we're moving into the fire horse, year of the horse. Okay. So I do this activation by, let me shout out this person too. Carissa Andrews. You should. No, wait. At manifest differently. Okay, so at manifest differently, it's called solar eclipse fire horse activation. It was really, really good. Okay, and I do these activations and like self hypnosis and self meditations, um, like guided meditations for di all the different like planetary alignments or things that are going on in the universe and for whatever I'm going through. And so after like doing them so often for such a long time, I get a little picky about like who I listen to and which ones I like. Maybe a little bit more I don't want to say judgmental, but just choosy about like which ones I'll actually use. And this was a really good one. It was a really good one. And I don't know this person personally. Let's see. Spoken Reiki and energy activations for moon portals and new economy and the new economy. So that was my first introduction to her. So I subscribed to her. Oh, it is Carissa Andrews. So carissaandrews.com. And it was, as I say, it was fire. It was fire. It was a fire horse activation, but it was a fire horse activation. I was into it and I woke and I had this amazing dream, like healing dream because I like was doing the activation and fell asleep into it and had this incredible dream. And then I dreamt of like one of the most amazing people that I've ever met, Angela. And so I wanted to tell you that about her book, The Circle Remembers. It's available on Amazon. Definitely go get her too. So go subscribe to Carissa and check out Angela's book because both of amazing women. I love supporting amazing women. And if you want to like self promote here, um, what is it to life if we're not like lifting each other up? You know, if we're not supporting each other, if we're not hyping each other up we're all walking each other home. Like this experience of Earth is a wild ride, and we need kindness, we need love, we need support. So I fully encourage that here. Support each other in the comments, support yourself, advocate for yourself, promo yourself. Sometimes nobody else is gonna fucking do it for you. I mean, I like to be that kind of person that shouts out somebody else, but most of the time people aren't gonna do it for you. I'm not saying like I'm super special or anything, but like sometimes we have to learn. Oh, that was weird that I picked up my deck first. I never do that. Um, but I pulled this evolution of your worthiness card from my deck from the How to Wear a Crown Divine Guidance deck. And it's funny that I was saying that about the promoting yourself right as this card came out, because that is like the evolution of your worthiness. It's like directly related to that vibe that, you know, you start by believing in yourself, right? You start by promoting yourself. You start by sticking up for you, setting boundaries, going after things, putting yourself out there on the line and saying, hey, I'm worth something. Hey, I've got something to give. And then you sending out that signal, you know, makes other people want to hype you up too. It makes other people want to promote you and be there for you. Um, when I see other women doing these amazing things, like I'm like, I get it. I know what you're going through. I know what it's like. So please hype up your fellows men as well. I don't get as many men, on the show, on the Rachel show, as I do the ladies, but yeah, hype up your people because we don't you can get to the top alone, but why? Why would you want to do that? Where's the other card? There's the cards. It's better with friends. So we can hold hands and let's go together, okay? We can all support each other. There's plenty of space. That's a good belief system to have, is that there's room enough for all of us. There's space enough for everybody here. There's room at my table. There's a seat for you at the table. We can all sit here and eat together, right? That's like just a really good way to think. That there's limitlessness. I think I said that in the prayer too, right? I talked about limitlessness. Sometimes I don't know in the prayers what all comes out. But I think limitlessness was a factor in that. And so know that, right? Like get out of that scarcity mindset that there's not enough room for me and you, and there has to be some kind of weird competition. Like they say that, who are they? I don't know who they are, but somewhere it was been said that, you know, people at the bottom compete and people at the top collaborate. Like that's how you know you're like hitting higher vibratory states of being, is when you align with collaborators, when you align with people who are like, hey, let's do that together. That would be great. Hey, baby doll. I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah, I can pause. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Okay. I know that was 1 second for y'all, but we had a we had a Lucky Charms emergency situation, so we needed some Lucky Charms, and there was a story about like a fellow gamer that I needed to hear, and so we got it together. And I don't remember what I was talking about right before, but cards are coming out, so we're gonna get started. Limitlessness. We were talking about limitlessness and just like how good it is to be like out of that lack mentality and how we're collaborating at the top. Yeah, you're gonna align with collaborators. So if you want to be in an energy of abundance, wealth, which on here we do love, health, and wealth, aligning with that wealth vibration is aligning with collaborative energy as well. Just stepping out of competition energy and into collaborative energy where you're not comparing yourself with other people. You are on your journey, they are on theirs. Um, it doesn't, we're not doing a who's first or last or second place, like none of that. We're not doing that. Or she's above me or below me, like none of that. We're just all on the journey. We're all on a journey. And it's a healthy, healthy, healthy way to think. It will bring you more peace. You will never feel content when you are walking your journey in constant comparison to somebody else. If you're looking at somebody else's life and every time they get something, you go, oh, I gotta try to get that too. Because I gotta measure up. I gotta try to be like them. I gotta measure up. I gotta do, oh, they got this. Now I gotta get that. They've got this thing like that. I gotta, their relationship's like this. So my relationship has to be like this. They've accomplished this. So I've got to accomplish that. It's, it's first of all not fun for yourself. Um, And it's not fun for the people that are on the other side of that either, because you can feel that, right? Have you ever had been on either side of that? Have you been the one that somebody's competing with and like always feeling like, why are you competing with me? Why do you got to try to do everything that I do? It makes it hard to exist. with one another in a competition energy because especially for people that don't want to be in competition. Some people enjoy competition energy for whatever reason. Some people do not. Um, I do not enjoy being in competitive energy with other people. I feel like I'm getting dragged into a game that I never signed up to play. I'm like, wait a second. When did we sign up to play this game where we're trying to one up each other? Like, I'm not playing that game. You go do you. I'm doing me. Um, that's like a whole other story, whole other topic. Let me get grounded. I like this energy though. It was very energetic. Like when this energy rushed in, it was like, wow. Um, very fire horse because it was much of a rushing in and I felt like I had to stop in my tracks to do this. I was doing completely something else and I was like, oh, time for the reading. Um, so we've got gotta answer the phone now. We'll get here. Okay, so I had to take that call. I was waiting for that call all day. We will get to this reading. So first we have so we're feeling wealthier, we're feeling more abundant, I'm seeing. Um, and this is showing up a lot like peace to me. It's showing up as an obtainment of something. Oh, and it feels future, an obtainment of something that you've been wanting and desiring, an actual obtainment. So that's cool. What have you been wanting? Um, in the areas of love, health, and wealth. What have you been wanting? I heard a test result, like good news on a test result you've been wanting, possibly. Test result. I like to write down my little things here. Test result. I think in the last reading we had, I think there was a channeling about somebody with a stomach issue that had been going to a doctor. Positive test result around maybe that stomach problem. Um, but it was also kind of general about whatever ailment that you had going on. Ooh, and we also gave that challenge to do the physical healing, spiritual healing for the physical ailment thing. You'll have to go back and watch that one. Um, where you talk to your pain or you talk to your illness. So maybe we've done that and like discovered something. If that's you, please let me know. I would love to know if you did that and like have had this positive result from that. So maybe it's a positive result of doing that exercise that we discussed. And I hope the same people are showing up every time to watch because they link. There's like this golden thread thingy that like goes through the readings and it kind of connects them. Like things that were going on in the last one will show up in this next one will kind of keep going together. So it's really cool when you get in the collective energy of it. And they start getting really cool because I can feel like that there's more people that'll be viewing. Um, so we're getting a positive result of something that you've been waiting for, a positive message, a positive, it feels good and it's in the future. Like, yeah, you haven't got it yet, but something that's coming up, I feel like is going to go in your favor, a message. Um, but it definitely, it feels like professional, like yeah, like a doctor or a lawyer or a maybe something from your attorney or something like that. Attorney, well, we are said attorney or your accountant or your some kind of person in a professional role possibly legal, something's going in your favor. You're gonna get like there's gonna be the message is gonna be what you wanted, or the test result's gonna be like what you wanted. And I'm seeing healing around a trauma here, even though it looks like this is the trauma. I'm feeling that it's healing around the trauma because it feels positive to me. It feels good to me. Like my focus was more on like the heart than it was the swords, and I feel like there's been maybe it seems to me like this. So like a switch. So like it was like say 90% pain, 10% hope and optimism and joy and um whatever else needs to be in the heart space to be like a healthy heart center. Okay. So, say it was like 90% pain and 10% uh health and wellness. All right. I feel like there's been like this like drastic switch to where it's now 10% pain, 90% hope, optimism, joy, all the stuff. Does that make sense? So I feel like there's been a like a switch. And we've also had the heart energy, heart healing energy showing up in the other readings as well. So that's great. That shows progress on that. Loving that. We have what am I missing? Chill music? Yeah, we need music. Can't get it together to get today. But you know how it is. We we just do it. It's not about being perfect on here. It's about being together, being connected, getting our messages. And that's all that matters at the end of the day that we did this. Okay. And then so these three cards are feeling like I'm grouping them together. The thing about the evolution of your worthiness, that positive message, and the trauma healing. I'm like feeling to like to put all of them together. What that could mean, um, that maybe you evolving in the understanding of your worthiness is what's creating and manifesting the healing of the trauma and the positive results that you're getting, because you're putting up better vibrations now and like attracting better things to you. King of Wands. Hmm. The King of Wands is showing up to me as like reflection, which is bizarre for this card. Um, but it is showing up to me as like, or well, I want to call it contemplation, reflection, and contemplation, and like deep thinking, and like reviewing are a ton of words that are coming out to kind of describe processing, maybe. And it's almost meditative, but it's not like active meditation. It's just like spending more, like just catching, like if you're just like catching yourself in moments throughout the day where you would maybe normally be using like avoidant coping mechanisms, distracting yourself away from what's bothering you, what's hurting you, what's the pain that the um your thoughts that are bothersome or whatever, like whatever's going on inside of you that you would normally like distract yourself from with maybe you're doom scrolling, maybe it's drugs and alcohol, maybe it's gambling, maybe it's overeating, emotional eating, I don't know, Netflix, I don't know, whatever your thing is. I'm feeling here that you're spending a lot more of that the time consciously saying, I'm not doing that. I'm putting no, I'm gonna think this through. I'm gonna feel into that instead of using the good girl. Yeah. Girl, you're okay. Feeling instead of avoiding the pain, I'm gonna and not looking at it. You're a good girl. Thank you. We're safe. Yeah, safe. We're good girl. Yeah, very good. Yes, good girl. Thank you. You're sweet. Love you. My divine protector dog over here. Um, so you're just not avoiding things so much anymore, which could also play into why you're having so much good success and trauma healing. Just conscious awareness of it and looking at it. Oh, and this validates that because when this card is like in the upright, it's like for me to be unawakened, unaware, not looking. And it was in the reverse. So I feel like that, and all the swords are representing thoughts like you were looking or not as unaware as we once were. And it's not comfortable. I'm seeing that I mean, the King of Wands isn't showing up as like super amazing emotions or feelings, but we're out of like super low vibrations and energies and emotions and feelings because of looking at stuff now. So it at least feels better than it did before, which is progress. So I'm liking that for you. I'm liking that for the collective. We're taking a look at some stuff. But this might be leaving you in a space where you feel like you don't have much to offer the world or somebody specifically. What do I have to offer? The Knight of Cups in reverse. It's like you're looking at maybe that's part of just what this big review is about, looking at self-value and offer and what you do and don't do in regards to love, health, and wealth. Um, so I want to call this also just sitting still, right? So I'm sitting still. I'm sitting still when I was running a lot. I'm sitting still when I was running and avoiding a lot. Even if that stillness, and it doesn't mean a lack of physical motion, it just means your spirit's sitting still enough to hear and enough to look and enough to see what's going on inside of you and process through things in a way that integrates into your consciousness in a healthy way that serves you, right? That this is a lingering kind of knife in your heart is feeling like questioning what you offer, questioning what you have to offer. What do I give? What makes me valuable? Um, but a really good answer to that is your existence makes you valuable. Self-worth is inherent. Read the book if you haven't read the book. Understand that if you don't understand that about your worth being an inherent thing that you just have because you were born, you have worth. Um, and we get really deep into that in the book. We have a King of Pentacles in reverse, which is, I'm going to say, a feeling of losses. Or it could also be connected to this you feeling like you don't have anything to offer, feeling like you don't have anything to, so much was taken. What was taken? Innocence was taken, and that could be part of the trauma. I'm sorry if something happened to you that took your innocence. I hate to see that come up. And that made you feel like like your journey got stalled and like you couldn't move into your, I don't know why I'm tapping the cards like this today. Made you feel like your journey got stalled, like your purpose got stalled, like you were thrown off track, and it slowed everything down when you, without the loss of the innocent, would have been on a really fast trajectory, almost like I would be there by now. I'd already be everything that God made me to be if it wasn't for the trauma thing happening. But I also want to reiterate that, we don't come into this earthly experience and get out of it unscathed. We all get, bumped and bruised and beaten up, and metaphorically speaking, right? We all get scarred along the way. It's part of the learning experience. Not saying that anything traumatic that's took your innocence is okay, but I just want to reunite you with the rest of existence, with the rest of humanity, and let you know that suffering and pain are a part of the human experience, and betrayals and wrongdoings and being done wrong in various types of ways is part of the human experience, whether it be this way or that way, or um, something that you would consider small or something that you would consider big, or something that you consider a little painful or something that you would consider deeply traumatic. We don't walk through this earth and get out unscathed. We get to the end of our lives with stories of all the feelings, um, both love, fear, pain, joy, you know, anger and resentment, happiness and hopefulness, and just all of them. We feel a full range of emotions as human beings on this earth, and those come from our experiences. But I see the healing around it that's happening, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. And then I also want to add this, and you'll love this. You'll love this part. If you've resonated so far, we've got justice. So you will absolutely get justice for the pain, that things will be made right. They will be made in your favor. You will get beauty for ashes, that your pain was not for nothing. Your pain will be made into purpose. Um, your mess will, turn into your message. Your test will turn into your testimony. All of that beautiful stuff, right? This will be used for good. This will be used for good. But in order to use it for good, we have to deconstruct it. We have to have the tower. We have to have the breaking down of all the things, right? And sometimes those breakdowns feel what feels like a breakdown is actually a breakthrough. We have to have the deconstruction of those things, right? So let's move back to where you felt like if it wasn't for this loss of the innocence, then I would have like been there by now. I would already be, I wouldn't have to work hard to get back to who God made me to be. I wouldn't have to work really hard to like get back to being who I'm supposed to be. I would just be that already. Um, but that's what's happening now. And yeah, it feels like I have to work hard to get back to who I am supposed to be, but at least you're getting back to who you're supposed to be. Would you rather not be on the trajectory to getting back to who you are supposed to be, or would you rather be on the journey to getting farther away from yourself still? Don't hate me, don't unsubscribe. But seriously, I mean that's the perspective shift that probably needs to take place about the experience that you're having. Is I wouldn't rather be going further away from me. I mean, I'd rather be tearing it all down and figuring out um, what's pure and good and real and authentic about who I am and, get down to the nitty gritty so that I can rebuild from a place of like certainty and that core foundational aspect of yourself. Um, and the others like that were involved, just know that like justice it will be served, and you don't even have to do anything about it. Like you don't. This card's like isolated all on its own over here. This is in and of itself separate from the rest of the reading. You don't have to do anything. It's not your job. Um, Vengeance is his. So saith the Lord. So don't let don't let it's so hard with the bright sun. Don't let being overly concerned or like obsessed about if people are getting their due justice or their karma or their whatever um distract you or keep you from this beautiful journey of the healing that we've talked about so far. It is a totally separate thing that has nothing to do with you and your healing. You just do your healing, keep the justice thing that you're encroaching on God's territory. If you make this be a part of the rest of it. Does that make sense? Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you're vibing, if you're resonating. This has to stay in its place. You have to stay in your place in your lane, and you got to let God do God's work. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's feeling like encroaching on God's territory, and you don't want to do that. We don't want to step. It's too big, too big. And that's the thing about true spiritual justice and revenge is that revenge you could do your due diligence, right? You can try your best to get revenge on somebody here in the physical world in and of your own self and your will and your resources and what have you. And it could never, ever, ever, let me say it again, could never measure up to the type of justice, spiritual justice, if you leave it alone and leave it in God's hands. And this will feel so much better. Probably not everybody in the world. Like, let's not, we won't say everybody. It's not an absolute, but most people, like, if you're a good person, you have a good heart, which I feel like my collective does, right? If you do something bad, mean, or quote unquote wrong, or do something back, have a get back at somebody for something that they did wrong to you, you would end up feeling guilty for it anyway. Even though that person harmed you, you would still end up feeling guilty. Does that make sense? So this guilt-free. This is guilt-free justice. When you give it to God completely, fully, 100%, and you just go, that has nothing to do with me anymore. God can handle that. That's between them and God. And you go on and you just live your happy life and you heal and completely and just go and be happy. Then when the justice takes place, it's a much different experience, right? You're not going to feel guilt over it. You're going to feel a sense of wholeness and completion and what's the word? I guess justification. You're going to feel a sense of justification, wholeness, complete restitution. You're going to feel a sense of like restitution, restoration, wholeness, completion. What's the other word I'm looking for? Closure. about the thing. It's the male. He comes every day, Bailey. Um, and then I got one more of the divine guidance cards, and we have Bailey. Good girl. Thank you. Safe. Bravery. Let me see. Is there anywhere that the sun's not gonna block me from letting you see this card? Protecting your worth. See, we got a baby. Right. And I said that. I said it, you were born with an inherent sense of self-worth. And it's our job to relocate that sense of self-worth, get it back, find it for the first time, whatever. There's all kinds of different journeys we might have to go on with our worth, but then to protect it, right? Once you find that feeling, it's your job to protect that. And things that affect your worth, you have to be really cautious of and set boundaries around and cut things out and make big changes. And a lot of the things that you have to do to protect your sense of self-worth require bravery and courageousness. Bravery and courageousness, so that's the underlying energy in this card. And with bravery and courageousness, there's the quote. Is it in this? I wrote this, I swear, and I still have to ask. There's just a lot to it. It's a very robust book, I must say. It's got a lot of content to it. There's 16 chapters full of, and each one it could really be like it's a book in and of itself. What was I trying to look up? Bravery and courageousness quote. Maybe not them. And I use all these full quotes in here, you guys. Sure. Protecting your, the cards tell me exactly what chapter it's going to be in, yet I was still just trying to find it all on my own. Protecting your worth. And so your book won't have tabbies all over it, little tabs. I put those in because this is my one I use like a textbook that I teach through. Protecting your worth. So that quote has to be in here. So protect you. Here it is. It's Mark Twain. Okay. So it's courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting in spite of it. So that's the huge message here about bravery and courageousness is to know that you're not going to just not feel afraid ever. That in doing what you have to do to protect your worth, in doing what you have to do to go through these healing and spiritual journeys, that there will be fear with it. But being brave, being courageous does not mean not having the fear at all. If you wait till the day where you are completely unafraid, you'll be waiting forever. You'll be waiting forever. You have to learn to do these things despite the fear, doing them with the fear, understanding your fear. Um, that is true courage. And chapter 6 of my book is called Protecting Your Worth. And it goes really deep into that. There's a whole section on bravery and courageousness. I doubt you can see that because we can barely see the card. But get you a copy. You will love it. It is beloved by myself and by many. Stay. Okay. So that's it for today. More than enough, huh? All right. I love you guys so much. Say I love you back. You have to say I love you back. If you got value out of this today, subscribe and like and hype, whatever that is. And if you didn't get value out of this today, like, subscribe, and hype, whatever that is. And let me know if anything resonated with you in the comments, or just say hi to me in the comments, or just say I love you too, Rachel, in the comments. And there's three things that I want every single person that enters my energetic spaces or my physical spaces in my collective to know when they leave my space is that you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are full of potential. So say it with me. Say, I am worthy, I am powerful, and I am full of potential. I'll see you next time. Oh, website in the description, www.racheldgreenwell.com for all the things. Signature merch for Valentine's Day. It's not too late to get it. I know we're almost there, but still, that's upside down. It's not too late. It's not too late to get yourself the best Valentine's Day gift on the entire planet. It's the How to Wear a Crown merch collection. I love me hoodie or crew neck sweatshirt or t-shirt, whatever is your vibe. Best place to find the link for that is Facebook. How to Wear a Crown, up level your life and love, health, and wealth. Facebook group. Go join, first of all, because you want to be a part of that. And then I've been promoting the crap out of this for Valentine's Day. So you'll find a post on there that'll have pictures of the sweatshirt and like girl. There's a girl and she's like, "Hey," that's really cute. And there's some of me wearing it, and like I'm promoting that, and like there's a link, and that link is special because it will bring you just to this style or design, I mean, and that way you won't have to like scroll through all of the merch. But if you want to look at the other merch, you definitely should. It's available through Amazon, and you'll get the link to go right to all of my merch collection on Amazon from my website. Super easy. It's the hub spot for everything. If anything, everything you want to know about me and my work is on there. Okay. So you know how to use the internet. So just go click the link. I love you. Bye.